Well, today I have a brother. It's an XR-3240. The lady was having a problem with, she couldn't get the machine to stop vibrating or it wouldn't sew and it was acting weird. Now, there's a lot of possibilities that could be going on. Now, first thing is you got to make sure you have the right bobbin. I'm trying to remember where the bobbin's at she gave me. Oh, heck. And I switched it out. I don't even know what I did with it. Oh, well. It was a Singer bobbin, and that won't work in a brother sewing machine, okay? And I did clean out all the little specks of dust I could find, which is not much. I mean, she is a brand new machine. She said she just got it, can't figure out what's going on. Now, I found out if you have, like, long tails on a project, and they get sucked down in there, it'll cause the machine to vibrate. All you have to do is lift up, actually stop sewing, lift up the foot, and you wiggle it around and pull that thread right back out, and the thread will come out, okay? Now that will cause the machine to vibrate, but then if the machine's making a weird knocking noise, it's because you got to make sure you got the bobbin that fits perfectly in there, okay? If the bobbin's too low and it's not like laying flat against it, it'll make a knocking noise. We don't want knocking noise. We don't like knocking noises. Anyway, let's see, I'll tell you a little bit about this machine. Okay, this one's on medium sewing. You can go faster if you're doing like a lot of straight stitching. If you're doing detail work, I'd go slower. If you're doing basic sewing, I'd stick it in the middle. This is your, let me see, you got this down here. This is your reverse button, so you can reverse it. So its foot's still down, I mean the needle's still down, so you can hit this, and it'll go backwards, and it reverses it. Now, it just did a weird thing because I just started it up again. And if you want to back it up again, you want to do that again, you back it up again. See, now it did it right. See, now if it moved out like that, it's because I just turned the machine back on and reset it. I just haven't had a chance to start sewing with it again. And then this is your pickup, so when you want to pick it up and move your project around, you can pick your needle up, so the needle goes up, okay? I moved this back to this because I had it on 3, and that's putting too much pressure on the machine. You want to make sure it's between a 4 and a 5 when I'm doing denim, because this machine does a lot of automatic stuff, so it's hard to get used to a computer sometimes. This one has a lot of different types of patterns you can do. You can do some tiny, not really big lettering. It has a lot of different kind of things if you want to do crazy quilting. It has a lot of different kind of stitching here. And this is where all your stitching area goes. It'll tell you what kind of foot to use. And I think we have J in here right now. We don't have no zigzag. We're only doing straight stitch. And you go up and down here to do all these different patterns by all these different numbers. If you're going to go upstairs to this, you got to click this over to this, and it'll go to these things here. If you want to go to lettering down here, you click this again, and it'll go to the lettering. Okay, we're not doing any lettering or anything like that. If you're going to do a bobbin, you want to make sure always the thread comes off the back. Even if you're sewing, thread always comes off the back. So when it comes up off of here, goes here, and you want to swing this around here to here, to your bobbin, and you click it. Now you might have to adjust this little guy to make sure it's evenly done, okay? Okay. And I think this one has a little insert here where you can put your hand in it to carry it around. And if you want to make, after we made the bobbin and you want to sew, you want to throw it this way and come this way. It goes on this little hook, then goes underneath this little section and comes down, okay? Before you get to this point, you want to make sure the foot is up in the highest position, okay? And this machine won't sew if the foot's in the highest position. It's kind of like a stopper section, okay? And you come back around because your tension opens up, and here's your tensions right in here, okay? And it opens up so all your thread can go down into the tension. If it's not in the tension, it'll make all kinds of weird loopy things here. So you want to make sure it's in the tension. So it's clocked into the tension, comes around this way, comes up. This is called an uptake lever. And it moves up and down because it pulls the thread through the tension in order to get it coming down through here, okay? And then you come down here, and then you hook it to this and then into the needle, okay? When you're ready to sew, and you position your needle and everything where you want it to go, then you can go ahead and you put your foot down, okay? I have this on number 5 because when you're doing denim, you always want to go the highest number here to do denim, so it looks like a professional person has been sewing on your denim. Okay, all right, let's see, let's go ahead and give this little onesie-twosie over. Make sure it's running correctly. There we go. I always start really slow, and you can go faster if you want like this. But I go really slow, like that, and go throw. Make sure all the thread's away from the needle so it don't suck anything down, okay? Like that. And then you want to back it up. Make sure you lock in your stitch. So you're going to back up. 1, 2. Okay? And then you want to, if you want to, you can go forward, like once forward. That will make sure it's locked, and then needle up. And you want to pull this up here, and you want to look. And this is the one we just got done sewing all the way down. And on the other side, sewing great. And this machine can be picked up, anytime today, tomorrow, whenever the lady decides she wants to pick it up. It's not like it has to be done today. Okay? Now we're going to move this forward to get it into the position for traveling. I always tell people, always put them down. Please put your needle down so it doesn't break the hub, because I can't fix that. You'll have to take it and send it to the manufacturer, because all that stuff's connected to the computer and you can't touch anything. So other than that, machine runs really well. I actually have the older version of this. This is the newest one that they came out with. I guess they kind of updated it. Like, instead of a white screen, it's a black screen. I kind of like that better. It's easier to see. When it's on that white screen, it's like you have to look close at the way they have it set up. So I'm like, okay, it's basically the same, exact same sewing machine. It's just a little bit less stitching on it and a little more, I don't know, it looks basically the same. It's a computerized sewing machine. I only can deep clean these. I can work on the Brother ones if I get permission to do so, and if I can, I normally can work on these ones and the 600 eyes, or 6,000 eye, excuse me. I have even put one back together. Somebody let their grandchild tear it apart, and all the springs were out, and I asked them, can I work on them, talk to a tech through Brother, and they said, yeah, you can. We'll send you some schematics. Make sure you're grounded to the machine so you don't get shocked, and we don't have to worry about you shocking the computer and wiping it. So I was like, okay, cool, because there's like a little power thing source in there that can shock you, and if you have a pacemaker and you're working on one, you can kill yourself. We don't want to do that. I'm not on a pacemaker. I'm fine. When you want to turn these guys off, you want to come around here and it turns it off like that, and the black screen is still black. It has an accessory container here, and this arm comes off, and I think this one's the same as the wine, where you can take this off and put a different, like, quilter's arm on it, and it gets really big quilter arm, so you can put, like, bigger projects in it, I think. I don't know. I don't have it, but I don't have all that stuff, if she has any of that kind of stuff. This is a customer's. Mine is a, it's like 69, or is it XL or something like that? I don't remember. It's in the other room. But I'm just talking about this sewing machine. And this is a really cool sewing machine. I mean, if you want a simple, but learn how to use a Brother sewing machine that's a computerized, I would start with one of these. And then if you decide you want to get a embroidery sewing machine, it's run basically the same way. It's the only thing that's different is it has a part attachment. It goes on here. And it punches it about the same. But it comes up pictures, and it has all kinds of stuff. And you can put, like, things into it or something. I don't know, some have discs, some have, I don't know. There's so many different types out there. I don't really know all of them. But you can get one and be able to run it as much as you can run this one. You can probably run that one. That's if somebody wants to buy one. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I just made a short little video. Just make sure when you're running one of these and you're having problems with, vibration or whatever, make sure you have the right bobbin. And make sure if you have any tails on your projects or any thread that's running loose, and if you go over it underneath and it sucks it underneath, it will cause a really horrifying noise. It's because the machine's confused by there's more thread down there that needs to be. And so just make sure you trim them off. Trim off all those little project things so you don't get caught on things, okay? Other than that, the machine's running great, and the lady can pick it up whenever she wants to. Have a blessed day. Bye.